Cody Rhodes sold his soul to The Rock a long time ago. What's next for Cody Rhodes at Elimination Chamber following The Rock's promo on SmackDown? An update on Alexa Bliss and Wyatt6 ahead of WWE Elimination Chamber. John Cena sends a message. WWE Superstar seen laughing backstage after hitting Nick Aldis. CM Punk gives a huge retirement update from WWE. Bianca Belair and Naomi caught in 4K. A surprising name will sell his soul to The Rock. Roman Reigns will miss WrestleMania 41. Let's dive right in. What's next for Cody Rhodes at Elimination Chamber following The Rock's promo on SmackDown? The Rock and Cody Rhodes were involved in a segment on WWE SmackDown before Elimination Chamber 2025. The American Nightmare received a special themed truck, a pretty exquisite locker room, and more from the final boss. Rock also showed a new weight belt that featured the date of Dusty Rhodes' passing. The entire segment was an emotional roller coaster for the undisputed champion. Let's discuss directions for the American Nightmare at Elimination Chamber following The Rock's promo on the blue brand. Number 1. Cody Rhodes might accept the offer and become the corporate champion. Cody Rhodes and CM Punk were engaged in a backstage conversation on SmackDown this week, where the best in the world told the American Nightmare that he should refuse the offer. However, Cody might not follow Punk's advice and end up selling his soul to the People's Champion at Elimination Chamber to become his corporate champion. The final boss has already given a glimpse of the luxuries he can offer Rhodes if he accepts the deal. So, The Rock's segment could influence Cody Rhodes' decision, potentially leading to his acceptance and an alliance with the Hollywood star. Number 2. Rhodes might decline the offer and stand against The Rock. Another possible direction for the American Nightmare could be that Rhodes rejects the offer from the final boss and stands against him. The undisputed WWE champion might explain his thoughts on the offer and conclude that he doesn't need the People's Champion and has no desire to become his corporate champion. This rejection could trigger the Hollywood star, potentially leading to Rhodes facing consequences after Elimination Chamber and reshaping his road to WrestleMania 41. Number 3. The American Nightmare might slap The Rock. The Rock slapped Cody Rhodes during last year's road to WrestleMania. This was the same incident that Seth Rollins tried to remind Cody of during the recent episode of Raw on Netflix. So it's possible that Rhodes might seek vengeance for that slap at Elimination Chamber 2025. In a potential scenario, the final boss and Cody Rhodes could engage in a segment where Rock demands an answer from Rhodes. In response, the undisputed WWE champion could deliver a tight slap to the Hollywood star. This would signify that Rhodes has clearly rejected the proposal of the Bloodline member and has no interest in aligning with him. This angle could later evolve into a major storyline. It's even possible that if Cody rejects The Rock's offer, the final boss could align himself with the winner of the men's Elimination Chamber match. The Great One might accompany the Chamber winner and guide him on the path to dethroning Dusty's son at WrestleMania 41. An update on Alexa Bliss and Wyatt6 ahead of WWE Elimination Chamber. Something of an update has emerged on Alexa Bliss and the Wyatt6 ahead of tonight's WWE Elimination Chamber 2025 event. The last time we saw the Wyatt6 group, made up of Uncle Howdy, Bo Dallas, Nikki Cross, Dexter Lumis, Joe Gacy, and Eric Rowan, appear live on WWE TV was when they lost an 8-man tag match against the Final Testament and The Miz in December. In January, it was planned that they'd be part of Alexa Bliss's return on Raw, but Bliss's return was delayed until Royal Rumble due to a contract situation, and instead, the Wyatt6 were announced to have been moved to SmackDown in the WWE transfer window. With Bliss now on SmackDown as well, we've seen a few teasers for the Wyatts being involved with Bliss, like the signature screen effects and the references on her attire, and using the Abigail DDT as a finisher, but they still haven't actually appeared live in person. In an update on their absence, PW Insider reports that Uncle Howdy Bo Dallas is currently off the road. However, there are no further details known at this time as to why that's been the case or how much longer he's expected to be out for. Bliss, who as noted earlier does seem to have an involvement with the group, will be in the women's WWE Elimination Chamber match tonight against Bianca Belair, Naomi, Roxanne Perez, Liv Morgan, and Bayley, with the winner going on to challenge Rhea Ripley for the Women's World Championship at WrestleMania 41. On last night's SmackDown, Bliss appeared and attacked Perez, accompanied by the Wyatt screen effects like she has been in recent weeks. John Cena sends a message. John Cena has sent a message ahead of his final WWE Elimination Chamber match at tonight's premium live event in Toronto, March 1st. After failing to win his last ever Royal Rumble match last month, John Cena's WrestleMania 41 main event hopes lie completely with the men's Elimination Chamber match. Competing inside the chamber against CM Punk, Logan Paul, Drew McIntyre, Damian Priest, and Seth Rollins, Cena has now sent a message on social media before tonight's event. Posting to Twitter, Cena wrote, "Tonight, I walk into my final WWE Chamber match to secure my final WrestleMania main event. Toronto is the place where I announced I would retire, and tonight is going to be an event you can't miss. If Cena wins the men's Elimination Chamber match, he will book a spot against undisputed WWE Champion Cody Rhodes in the WrestleMania 41 main event. However, following the return of The Rock, there are serious questions as to which version of Cody will be defending his title in Las Vegas. Following their face-to-face on last week's SmackDown, February 21st, Rhodes has The Rock's ultimatum to answer at Elimination Chamber, deciding whether he will sell his soul to WWE's final boss or not. WWE Superstar seen laughing backstage after hitting Nick Aldis. SmackDown General Manager Nick Aldis was put in a tough situation following this week's show as he was attacked in his office. While it was accidental, his anger was real. After the show ended, a few women superstars were in Nick's office. Following an argument among them, Mission swung her kendo stick at Chelsea Green, only for Piper Niven to move her out of the way. This caused the kendo stick to hit Aldis instead. He proceeded to make a street fight between Micken and Chelsea for next week's show. So, despite causing that pain to Nick Aldis, the former OC member got what she wanted via the GM's announcement. She took to X to show her true feelings. Mission even added a clip of her laughing at the situation backstage. I think real Nick Aldis and I speak the same language. I'm ready to get to the land of extreme with my good old friend Chelsea Green. Chelsea Green, on the other hand, has refused to be a part of this match. Mission will undoubtedly ensure it happens. Either way, it hasn't been confirmed whether the Women's United States Championship will be on the line. Green lost a non-title match to Tiffany Stratton on SmackDown this week, prompting her outburst in Nick Aldis's office that caused the entire scene. CM Punk gives a huge retirement update from WWE. CM Punk is currently gearing up for the men's Elimination Chamber match, where he'll take on 5 other stars to earn a shot at Cody Rhodes' undisputed WWE title at WrestleMania 41. Ahead of the event, the Second City Saint addressed his potential in-ring retirement by reacting to a few comments made by Jeff Hardy. A couple of months back, the charismatic Enigma spoke about a potential return to the Stamford-based promotion. When asked to pitch a dream scenario for his comeback, Jeff mentioned that he wanted to retire his legendary rival CM Punk before eventually being inducted into the coveted WWE Hall of Fame. Now Punk has finally reacted to Jeff Hardy's comments. In a recent chat with Daily Mail Sport, the former AEW World Champion mentioned that he wasn't looking to hang up his boots anytime soon. Furthermore, CM Punk teased tensions with Jeff and expressed skepticism about working with him due to past experiences. He says he wants to retire me. I'd like to be able to fly, but I don't think that's going to happen anytime soon. I think there's got to be a lot of bridges to be crossed. I don't know how many years I have left. I'm all for giving people second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth chances. There's a lot of experiences I didn't enjoy so much. We don't gotta get into it. I root for people to be free of whatever demons possess them, so if he's coming back here, great, we'll see what happens, said Punk. A few weeks back on Sportskeeda's Wrestling Time Machine podcast, Teddy Long spoke about Jeff Hardy potentially retiring the Second City Saint from WWE. The former SmackDown GM ruled out the possibility, saying Punk was nowhere close to retiring in the coming future. Not a bad idea, Hardy and CM Punk. I don't think he's gonna retire Punk. Punk is not ready to retire. Like I said, if I was those two, I would just worry about going into the Hall of Fame. Jeff and Matt Hardy recently returned to WWE on the NXT brand, thanks to the company's partnership with TNA. It remains to be seen if this will pave the way for them to return to the main roster and revisit feuds with any of their former rivals. Bianca Belair and Naomi caught in 4K. Naomi and Bianca Belair may have lost the WWE Women's Tag Team Championships this past week, but they remain in high spirits. The two SmackDown stars were seen in the flesh backstage doing a TikTok dance as CM Punk caught them in the act. This happened at the Elimination Chamber kickoff show, which took place before SmackDown in Toronto. The Second City Saint took a video of Bianca Belair and Naomi recording their TikTok before posting it on his Instagram story and calling it serious business. Punk would end up doing a dance with the former WWE Women's Tag Team Champions. All 3 of them played big parts in the Elimination Chamber kickoff show. The Best in the World hinted that he would accept The Rock's offer, while Belair and Naomi brawled with Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez. The latter led to a 6-woman tag team match on SmackDown, serving as the final build towards the Women's Elimination Chamber match. Bianca Belair is the favorite to win and earn a shot at Rhea Ripley's Women's World Championship at WrestleMania 41. Meanwhile, CM Punk is part of the stacked men's chamber match. It remains to be seen if he will earn a shot at the undisputed WWE Championship, currently held by Cody Rhodes. A surprising name will sell his soul to The Rock. The Rock will get an answer from Cody Rhodes when the two meet in Toronto for WWE Elimination Chamber 2025. Meanwhile, Tommy Dreamer thinks CM Punk will surprisingly sell his soul and become a corporate guy heading into WrestleMania 41. Tonight, The Rock heads to the ring to find out whether the American Nightmare is the People's Champion or the Final Boss's champion heading into WrestleMania 41. However, Tommy Dreamer has an interesting take on it. Speaking on Busted Open, the WWE veteran asked what would happen if CM Punk took the offer instead of Cody Rhodes. The straight-edge superstar wants to fulfill his dream of main eventing WrestleMania, and he could do so by selling his soul to The Rock and becoming a company man. Think of the ultimate rebel in wrestling, CM Punk. What if he becomes corporate Punk, but he aligns himself with the company and sells his soul to get to the main event of WrestleMania 41? To get what he always wanted, Dreamer said. CM Punk and Cody Rhodes have crossed paths on different occasions in the Stamford-based promotion. The two often had similar ideologies and goals in their minds, but took different paths in the process. On the latest edition of WWE SmackDown, Cody Rhodes received special treatment on the brand, thanks to The Rock. Apart from his locker room, the final boss had a gift for him as well. Before he went out to close the show, he met CM Punk backstage. The straight-edge star advised the American Nightmare to ignore The Rock's offer heading into WrestleMania 41. Moreover, Rhodes met others who did push him towards the corporate side as the show progressed. It'll be interesting to see what the American Nightmare does when he comes face-to-face with the final boss. Roman Reigns will miss WrestleMania 41. Roman Reigns' part-time WWE schedule often raises more questions, as he's not usually around like before. Recently, Tommy Dreamer has been thinking that the original tribal chief might miss WrestleMania 41 if he doesn't show up at Elimination Chamber and contribute to a story heading into the event. Last year, Roman Reigns entered WrestleMania for the fourth time as the champion, but left the event without the title. Upon his return, the original tribal chief focused on his family and eventually won the Ula Fala back from Solo Sikoa. However, there are no clear signs on what he might do at WrestleMania 41. Speaking on Busted Open, Tommy Dreamer addressed the possibility of CM Punk winning the Elimination Chamber. During this, Dreamer stated he's not sure what the management is doing with Roman Reigns, and there's a chance that he would miss WrestleMania 41 if the company doesn't book an appearance at the upcoming PLE, or if he doesn't contribute to any stories heading into the event. I'm like, where the hell does Roman Reigns fit in all of this? And he needs to be at Elimination Chamber. I think he's going to show up. I think he has to show up, cause then you're going to tell me that there's no Roman going into Mania, Dreamer said. Earlier this year, Paul Heyman announced that Roman Reigns would compete in the Men's Royal Rumble match for the first time in 5 years in order to punch his ticket to WrestleMania 41 against the undisputed WWE champion Cody Rhodes. However, the original tribal chief failed to win the match as he was busy fighting Seth Rollins, and CM Punk took advantage of the situation by eliminating him from the Rumble. Unfortunately, the Visionary was not okay with it and crossed a line. The former Shield member stomped Roman Reigns outside the ring onto a steel step, and medical officials came to tend to the original tribal chief. It'll be interesting to see whether or not he misses WWE WrestleMania 41 in Las Vegas. Cody Rhodes sold his soul to The Rock a long time ago. WWE Superstar Cody Rhodes is set to officially provide The Rock with an answer to the latter's life-altering offer tonight at the Elimination Chamber PLE. However, on this week's SmackDown in a backstage segment, Drew McIntyre revealed how the American Nightmare has already sold his soul to the final boss even before formally accepting the offer. On the February 21st edition of the Blue Brands show, Dwayne Johnson asked Rhodes for his soul and to become his champion. 7 days have passed, and the 39-year-old has yet to respond to the Great One. The Scottish Warrior met the undisputed WWE champion backstage in the latest episode of the Friday Night Show. The former world champion accused the American Nightmare of already agreeing to The Rock's offer due to his delayed response. Drew McIntyre asserted that Rhodes had sold his soul long ago by not immediately rejecting the offer. If I was in your position, I would have no idea what to do. I remember a decade ago, you, Cody Rhodes, and I were so low in the card, we would have done anything in the world to get to the top, and look at us both now. It was really telling to me when The Rock made the offer, you didn't reply right away. It said a lot, and I don't know what he's going to do. When you finally say yes and he finds out, you sold your soul a long time ago, Drew said. The February 28th installment of the Blue Brands show saw The Rock attempt to bribe the American Nightmare into potentially becoming a corporate champion. The most electrifying man in all of sports entertainment gifted Cody Rhodes not only a custom-made Raptor truck, but also provided him with a personal dressing room featuring luxury amenities. The reigning undisputed WWE champion will be present at the Elimination Chamber to give his answer to the final boss. Meanwhile, Drew McIntyre will compete in the Men's Elimination Chamber match against Seth Rollins, Logan Paul, CM Punk, Damian Priest, and John Cena. All 6 superstars will wrestle inside the unforgiving steel structure to punch their ticket to WrestleMania 41 and challenge the American Nightmare. It will be interesting to see how tonight's PLE in Toronto, Canada pans out for Cody and Drew.